Since its creation, the internet has been a platform to critique and comment on any piece of media or event. There has always been discussion on social and economic issues, or discussions based on entertainment, but in 2016 it slowly evolved more into angry circle jerks. From many internet and real-world drama situations, 2016 has been a very hectic year for topics. It is no different with the cartoon community, with the newfound information of the Day with SpongeBob documentary being brought to life by several users, the state of fair use from many reviewers and critics, and many discussions about the state of art styles in modern era Western animation. However, there is one topic that has had many people up in arms for the past years since it was announced. This is the drama with the newest Powerpuff Girls television show. Since the show premiered in April 2016, people have been constantly giving it bad reviews and all around growing more and more initial hate. I'm just gonna say this right now. I get an angry mob at my door, Narrows Q calls me out, I get on drama alert, and I get a DDoS by some loser. I have no opinion on the show, and I do not plan to review it at all. Yes, I was a fan of the original. I'm just so burnt out on all these reboots and specials of cartoons and their haters due to their oversaturation, not due to their quality. I've only seen one episode, and it literally made me fall asleep by the end of the episode. It is incredibly bland, and I have no interest of sitting through it and reviewing it. That itself made me think, if I didn't like what I saw, why would I keep watching the bad stuff and I just wait until I heard good stuff about it, or not just watch it at all? Lately though, I started getting annoyed at the ranters more than the show itself, with a few exceptions of course. I just feel that the hate is too oversaturated at this point, which is why I needed to make this video right here. Here are my points on why the Powerpuff Girls reboot is overhated. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the show is animated horribly. There are so many animation errors that the animators should feel ashamed for. But that's all I will say. While I agree that the animation errors are bad, so many people are nagging about this and that. It honestly turned from critique about major animation physics to nitpicks about tiny details that only appear for like half a frame. In fact, there are now several Twitter and Tumblr blogs dedicated to this stuff. I have a legitimate question for those ranters. Why do you hate the animation errors in the Powerpuff Girls, but not in Steven Universe? And don't say that Steven Universe is meant to be ironic or funny. In some cases, I see errors in Steven Universe that are even worse, but are just used as funny or ironic reaction images on Tumblr. And all honesty, the showrunners of Powerpuff Girls will obviously add more animation errors to get a rise out of people, which is another point I'll have for later. Alright. This is a point that'll probably get me hate. First off, I want to say it was a very bad idea for the showrunners to add memes, like Colossal. However, I'm just sick of everyone bringing up the same points. Me no gusta, twerking, yas, meme generator, I can't even... Good God, everyone! You keep bringing up the same points! No, I'm not defending these overdone memes. Oh no, not at all. I'm just saying that everyone is constantly overplaying them. Every single review I've ever seen of the show has the unedited clip and followed up with some reaction image or video. Again, I'm not saying this is bad, but it's literally becomes funny shitpost material. While on the review itself, you're constantly telling me to avoid the show. Well, how can I avoid the show when you keep shoving the same points and clips down my throat? Because the YouTube community is absolute AIDS, I do not condone sending a hate bandwagon towards them. I'm just a loser who's tired of the overuse of these cringy clips. Now for a confession I have to make. While some networks gladly rely on viewer support for their suggestions, a lot of networks will not listen to their viewers, but only their executives who will predict what will bring the big bucks. After my year-old rant against Turner and Viacom, I slowly realized the fact that they will never listen to me. That's the hard truth for you small percentage of man-children raging in the comments. Now for the most recent point I've been wanting to rant about, which is similar to this argument. Now this is the most major and most recent point out of all of them. The Powerpuff Girls Teen Titans Go crossover. With Teen Titans Go, there has been a history of the writers trying to mock the ranters who say it's not like the old show or that it's bad. There are many episodes of the characters in Teen Titans Go mocking points that the reviewers have been constantly shoving down the writers' throats, and they just seem to take the piss out of it. The same can be said about the PPG reboot. Ever since the show was revealed to the public with new voices for the girls in mind, many people became furious with the showrunners, but the showrunners never really changed their plans from the backlash. Not to mention, people nitpicked the shows for their changes, such as the Slade episode for not being faithful, or the departure in Miss Bellum in the new Powerpuff Girls. It is very reminiscent of the hate bandwagon that was sent to several SpongeBob writers, just because they wrote below average episodes. The problem with the people who are hating is that they attack the writers, just because their writing is not what they expected. when people constantly mock the writer's appearance and their work. That's what Teen Titans Go and Powerpuff Girls writers are starting to get now. Like, they're just people with writing styles that don't interest you. There's no need to witch hunt and hate certain writers, which is why people like Casey Alexander and Zeus Service have been literally hiding when writing episodes for SpongeBob at this point, because of all the ranters and the Mr. Enter fanboys, or Enterbots. To me, it feels like the Powerpuff and Teen Titans Go showrunners are like playing a game with teasing people. They're deliberately creating publicity, just screwing around with this. That's the sad but honest truth. People would overhype something bad more than good, and others would check it out, which would cause them to tell more people about how bad it is. That's why stuff like Cool Cat Saves the Kids and Garbage Pail Kids is so well known on the internet. My point is that writers of these shows are just trying to play with us, just trying to get more exposure and money. And besides, we have been nagging for so long about how we don't need any more Powerpuff, but people have just given in and just admitted defeat. With 2 shows that have been panned to a point of circle jerk are getting a crossover, I can only guess they're just doing this to elicit an angry reaction to get viewers or money when the crossover finally airs. Now, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't hate the show. I don't care. You do your own thing. I've just been noticing that these 2 shows have been deliberately trying to create publicity from manipulating viewers to watch this. From all the negative reviews I've seen of people saying, "This show ruined my childhood," how about not watching the bad incarnations and continue watching the originals that you loved? If you want all these reboots to stop, how about you start not watching and partaking in the circle jerk? With less people watching and talking about it, that cut less on viewers and episodes, and if it goes down enough, canceling the shows themselves. I do not think this will deliberately happen, but we can attempt to show these networks to stop watching, supporting, or even talking about it. I'm done. I am Brucesnoop. Go support me on Patreon and go follow me on Twitter for quality posts about losers. No One Cares Alert Nation, now overweight.
We say yes, we shake our heads no. We tell very convincing stories, we slightly shrug our shoulders. Now that smile is known in the trade as duping delight. And if you look closely, you'll see duping delight throughout this video. We commit terrible crimes and we smile at the delight in getting away with it.